Hey Cancer, Luna here with the Artisan Tarot, bringing you your Fae blessings for the week. Okay guys, got to get a few things out of the way. First off, I still have the full moon in Libra tarot reading up. It's going to be up until next month, and then, well, I'll still keep it up, but the thing is this reading is going to flow into the Scorpio one. So make sure to check that out, 35 on Patreon. And then I have your rites, rituals, incantations, and spell casting available on Patreon as well for your zodiac sign. It will be there till May. So give me just a second. You get 3 for that, by the way. And also you get guidance on how to do them. And I give you guys substitutes. So there's that. I will be posting my lilac spell guide on Patreon as well. I've got to get through these readings first, and I'm trying to beat Mercury retrograde. I feel like I've been running around like a mad woman for the last 3 weeks because I've had a lot going on. If you would like to book a session with me or tip me in my tip link, that link is in the description box down below. Same with the book link. And if you want to book me for a reading, and let's say you can't do a live reading, but you want to still book me, I do recorded readings. So just book me for the time that's available on my calendar, and then leave your email, and I will deliver your recorded reading to your email. Okay? So, there is that. And they're the same price. So, just in case anybody was wondering. There's that. Let's see. Oh, also, housekeeping note, I will be on vacation May 27th to June 16th. Technically 15th. I'll be back on the 16th taking personal readings. You can tip me and leave me tips at that time for those 2 weeks, but you can't book readings with me because I will be, I got asked to be in a wedding for my family members, and now I got to go meet the new family and everything for those 2 weeks. So that's why I'm off in June. Like right at the tail end of the retrograde, I'm off. So I will not be available for personal sessions at that time. So book me before Memorial Day weekend. You'll get everything sent to your email, okay? Especially a video reading. So let's go ahead, Cancer, and get into your session for the Fae. What do the Fae blessings have to say to you today? You know, I've been really dense lately because the world has been really dense. I don't know if it's just you, Cancer, or if it's me as a Scorpio, but like, or everybody, but like, bro, I'm feeling it. But Cancer, today, the more I've done these readings, the better things have been for me. The happier I've gone back into it. The happier I feel. Oh, well, okay. Well, we're not going to take that anyway. That's not even upright. So, I'll keep shuffling. But Cancer, I don't know if it's happening to you. That one's reversed too. But when you go back to doing what you love, it recenters you. And you being the 4th house of primordial emotion, you understand exactly what I'm talking about. Jesus Christ, Cancer, how many cards are we going to get reversed? We already got 3 out the gate. Reverse, reverse, reverse. Okay, well, show me my beautiful Fae beings for Cancer. What is the directional energy that you would like to go into for them for this week? Alrighty then. God, they're making me sound like Ace Ventura. Sound like... You know, I only saw that movie one time, and it stuck. I'm actually a Mask fan when it comes to... Okay. Okay. I need a directional card, please. My beautiful Fae beings for Cancer. What is up? Finally. Okay, we get one. This is one of my favorite cards. I'm actually currently learning the lesson of this card. So it actually has to do with romance and dating and sex and sexuality, which... Cancer, I don't have to tell you twice about sex and sexuality. You guys, I love y'all, but y'all are more promiscuous than Scorpios. And I am not hating. I just find it ironic. Because y'all are going to be like, that's not true. Scorpios are more promiscuous than us. Really? Because, like, I knew a Cancer who was way more promiscuous than me. And that's coming from a Scorpio. I mean, like... I still can't get over the count she gave me, but not that I'm judging. I was just like, dang, really? Like, I haven't even had that. Like, wow. Okay. But she taught me a very valuable lesson about sharing oneself and what that requires, you know, my Cancerian friend. And the thing is I didn't quite understand it till I started working with this card. Now, this card I actually did pull for myself. And it's kind of ironic because it came out for Leo and it came out for Aquarius the week for Easter. And now it kind of comes out for you. And the blessing, this is Aine. Now, she is actually a goddess, an Irish goddess, Celtic goddess, if you will, who is known to talk about sacred sexuality. And also, she is a goddess who, the irony of it is she was actually the one that St. Patrick, you know, St. Patrick in the Catholic Church was like, oh, I have casted out the demon of Ireland. She's the one that he claimed was a demon of Ireland, but she was always a pagan goddess, first and foremost. And she's not only a goddess of sacred sexuality, but for women who have experienced sexual assault or rape, she goes after the rapist or the sexual assault person, which is kind of nice. Talk about retribution. Not even, I mean, hell, Athena didn't even go after Neptune with Medusa because I guess she kind of felt like it would have started a war, which it probably would have. But Aine is the one that is like, you know what? I don't give a damn. I'm going to go for him. She goes, man. She really does. And you should read up on her, honestly, because she's really awesome to work with. Now, I actually have also worked with her in Lucy Cavendish's Dragon Fate Oracle deck. And it's so funny because in this deck, she's painted with blue, like throat chakra, solar plex energies here with the yellow. And she looks gorgeous. I mean, she really does. But in the Dragon Fate Oracle deck, she's more or less cast in like these ethereal, beautiful colors of pinks and silver. And, you know, she essentially was taken to another realm. She's also a goddess of other realms, and specifically the divine feminine realm associated with the moon. And she is a moon goddess. She works with the color silver. And I like working with her. Now, as far as this deck is concerned, I am really learning what she's talking about when she's talking about sharing, because she talks about intimacy, especially even in the book. This is not to be mistaken. She talks about intimacy and how if you decide to be chaste, she wants you to be happy with that. If it is your choice, meaning you made that, you are not coerced. You don't have a group of people deciding for your fate that you remain chaste. Okay? That it's totally your decision. She is also a goddess that if you don't and you decide you want to enjoy yourself and you want to share yourself with someone, that you are happy with who you're sharing yourself with and that choice, okay? That you are not ashamed, you are not embarrassed, and you are taking the time to enjoy intimacy, because this is also a card of sensuality. Now, as a Scorpio, Cancer, I know sensuality. You guys eat that up from us like pomegranate seeds. And the thing is, Cancer, is I need you to not just view sex as sex and promiscuity, okay? I need you to view it as a sharing of divine energy, because essentially that's what it is when we create with this life force that we're given. And the thing is this doesn't talk about just procreation, okay? This talks about sex in a way that deals with intimacy and root chakra issues. Now, if you have been working with your root chakra, this is maybe a confirmation. I say maybe because I only pulled one card as a blessing. That this is either a confirmation that you're learning more about it, you're starting it, and or there's something here you might need to relook at. Not finish, because this card talks about, and when I say I'm starting to learn from this card, when I personally pulled it, it was several cards back. And for the first time, I have actively started to date again, Cancer. And so I have been more or less a shrew. I'm going to level with y'all. I've been a shrew when it comes to dating because I didn't want to share myself with people who aren't of my vibration. And the problem is with a lot of these dating apps is when you're dating, you find people who, how do I put this nicely as a Scorpio? Hang on, I'm trying to figure it out. I'll just say it bluntly and please don't get mad. But you tend to find people who want them to have you fix them. And you guys being my 5th house of love and romance, it's like, I can't do that. Like, you have to do that for yourself. Being a psychic medium is all fun and games until you start dating, guys. Because then you're like, oh, this means they have issues with their family. Oh, man, like, am I going to put up with that? You go read cards and you're like, okay, I could deal with that, you know? But if it's like something else, like getting justice in reverse with the King of Cups in reverse, you're like, oh, hell no. Like, which that actually did happen to me, y'all. I was like, oh, hell no. That means this guy wants me to fix him, and he's paying karma for something that was either done towards him illly, or he did something untoward. I don't want to deal with that with the 10-foot pole, you know, like like, and some of you are like, really? Ouch. And I'm like, yes, because I have had to deal with people like that in my dating life for the last 6 years. Why do you think I'm so good at doing love and romance readings on the psychic hotlines? Believe me, honey, it ain't because I want to. It's because I've been through it all. Most of it all. Not all of it, but most of it, all of the distortion, the destruction. That now I'm at the space where I'm like, this card popped up for me and I didn't even pull it. I matched with someone, seemed to be going well. And I was like, yeah, like, maybe I'm ready to share, but then he kept saying, oh, well, I want to date and this and the blah, blah, blah. And I was like, this sounds vaguely familiar. And then he kept pushing towards sharing intimacy and wanting intimacy from me like that damn day. And I was like, yeah, but I'm not putting an emphasis on it that much. Like, it's obvious that we want intimacy, but why do you need it far more than I do? That shows me where that person's deprived of it. Oh yeah, dating me and getting a reading from me, completely different. Dating me is not easy. Whoever ends up successfully courting me, dating me, and end up marrying me, I pray for that person, Cancer, because, and I'm telling y'all this because I'm a Scorpio stellium. Like, I connect the dots. Like, it's not easy to do psychic mediumship and date. And so the thing is, Cancer, is you guys are pretty psychic too. You're more psychic. I would say more psychic, less medium. But I could see some of you guys being mediums, especially if you have Scorpio or Pisces placements. But the thing is, Cancer, is that for you, this is different. This is learning how to connect that energy like I did. And yes, you will get insights, but to also, it's meant to help you make better choices. Because remember, sharing is based on a choice that you choose, usually out of the goodness of your heart. But when you have people coercing you to not or to do, is that really of your choice and your free will? This is where we need to take a pause and think on it. Because I would say no. I would say, no, I would be doing it just to make them feel better. It's not really, it's like, yeah, I would, but if they're pressing it that hard, they want something from me. You see what I'm saying? And so it's like, Ione's like, look, baby, you share how you want to share on your terms, and someone who does you untoward in the bedroom is going to get the karma back, because that's how she is. But if you choose not to share, it is also of your own choice, and there are no judgments here. You do what you want, but you need to understand safety. You need to understand that it's not just about safety, but it's also about trust, which is a root chakra issue. Because when we talk about the sacral chakra, that is orange, it talks about sex, sexuality, pleasure, trust, trusting oneself and our partner. Also, it's about sharing sensuality, which, you know, Cancer, I'm not saying you guys can't be sensual. I think you guys can be. But this is a time where, astrologically, there's a lot going on in your 11th and your 10th house. And I get it. You really just want things. You want to forget. You want to forget. I don't blame you. I don't, because I know what's going on back there. And then to top that off, you've got freaking Pluto in your house of partnership right now, making you review how your partnerships have gone over the last couple of years. And honestly, he's going to keep making you do that for the next 7-8 years. And he's about to go retrograde. You have Mercury about to go retrograde in Taurus, which is your 11th house. And I get it. You want to get away and you want to escape. But the beauty of Ione is learning how to become this beautiful divine feminine being and embrace through trust of yourself first before you share yourself with anyone. Because if someone's trying to get you to share you with them, but you keep getting something intuitively off, your intuition's trying to tell you it's not a good time. So a great example of what I'm talking about is, you know, my intuition was like, yeah, I kind of want to share with this person, but I just don't know. Something's telling me not to go forward with it just yet. Did a reading, sure enough, hangman. Wait. That's a sign from spirit. Yo, you gotta wait, right? Like, you need to wait and get more answers and find things out more before you move forward with said person. And I was like, you know what? The cards are right. I barely only met this person, logically, a while ago. And I'll admit, this is a card of adventure because, you know, and spontaneity. Because Aine is divine feminine spontaneity, sex, and sexuality. But spontaneity isn't just about spontaneous sex. When we have intimacy with our partner through spontaneous energy, even just holding hands, you know, or I would say like going out and getting a kiss, that's spontaneity. And it's just as fun and treasured and sacred as, you know, having sex with the person that is meaningful to you. I know, so intense, so deep. But she was like, we're done talking now. But in closing, I want y'all to think on these root chakra things. And notice, as I've been talking about this, literally, as I talked about this on TikTok, there's all these things where, you know, men are trying to control women's sexuality. And it's like, in my government. And I'm like, are you serious? Like, are you a screw loose? Like, it's not even your body. Like, go away. Get your hands off. Like, oh, like, see, there's the Aine in me coming out. Get your hands off. Like, like, you are not on my spiritual vibration, let alone my even spirituality. Get that dynamic off me, please. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. Like, there's a lot of these divine feminine issues popping up at this time. And I think Aine is coming through to remind us of that. To remind us of what is sacred, but if you choose to share, there are no judgments. And those who pass judgment, they're just not of your vibration. And if you want to share with someone, they're not. And if they're going to judge, then, you know, they should probably just go somewhere else, like another room or somewhere far away. But that's what I have for you, Cancer. I mean, honestly, it's a beautiful blessing to have, you know? And, oh, for anybody who's solo and wants to enjoy sensuality and sexuality with themselves, this is a card that does support that. So, sex magic, definitely this card. I'm kind of laughing. I'm laughing because there's solo sex magic, and then there's sex magic with couples. Just FYI for people who don't know that it is a thing. In certain circles, if you are up to date and you know what I'm talking about, and you're a witchy or you're a mage or you're a druid or you're a pagan, you know what I'm talking about. If you are not and you're a noob, you should do your research. Anyway, guys, I love you so much. Thank you for joining me. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Tip me if you can. If you want to book a session with me, please, please, please do so. Leave me your email at my checkout page. All of that. And if you want to do a recorded reading, just make sure you schedule the time you want your reading delivered at, okay? And I will send it to your email with a photo showing that I sent it. So other than that, guys, that's what I have for you. And I love you so very much. I will talk to you later. And if you want to join me on Patreon for your Isis Oracle, spells, rites, incantations, and rituals to help ground down your Aine blessing, you can. You get 3 for the month. Or we can do the tarot for the full moon. Other than that, I'll see you later. Bye, guys.